Did you see this stock pimp this morning? Nice hat, jackass. What in the world? Is this the network you listen to buy your stock or to get the direction on the stock market or to get your financial news? Honest to God, folks, that's what you missed this morning if you weren't watching the Contrarian News Bubble channel. Let's get him off. God, isn't that pathetic? Folks, I'm Bag of Don, Stock Market Caddy. It's February 21st at 11:17. And what is the market waiting for with bated breath? The Fed minutes. The Fed minutes at 2 o'clock. Gonna be a market mover. You know what the Fed minutes are? The Fed minutes are the minutes. For those of you that live in Rio Linda, um, that means the transcript of the last Fed meeting, which was like last month. So, how about that for financial news? So, the Federal Reserve has a meeting last month, and they publish the transcript of that meeting today. And of course, they're going to hold another meeting in another couple of weeks. So, they really want you to be, hey, that's all about transparency there. That's all about real time news. No, no manipulation there. Like, let's hold back and see what the market does between meetings about what we say. And then those Fed minutes are probably being written right now. What a joke. Excuse me, folks. You're looking at the swing machine. This is what we use day in and day out to make our decisions in the market, to be long, to be short, to buy this, to buy that, whether it be futures, ETFs, stocks, even Bitcoin. Even Bitcoin. Did you know here's Bitcoin right here reflected in a futures contract XBT. That's one Bitcoin. We went long Bitcoin and our members went long at $7,120. That's up about 30 some odd percent. The trend is moderate pressure, a little bit down, but still trending up and nothing wrong with it. Right now, intraday, this is, let me just give you a little orientation. Excuse me, got a little cold here. February 21st. This gives us our entry date. This gives us our entry time. These are the markets that we're monitoring here this morning. And let's see, we've got the ES contract, the S&P contract is short at 11:11, just less than 10 minutes ago. And you can see it's printing right now flat, 25 bucks or so thereabouts. These are leverage markets. Here is the Russell contract, went long at 749 this morning. That's up $900. The Dow is just gone short at 11, also at 1110, up $70. And the NQ, which is the Nasdaq, is trying to give us a little long entry. She's kind of waffling in between here. We'll come back and see exactly what she does. See, when they light up white, it alerts us that she's trying to set a new direction. But unless they confirm green or red, this long entry could fail. And so it doesn't start the money clock, if you will. The trade is not confirmed, and therefore it doesn't start. Once the trade has been confirmed, then she'll start tracking the money for the position. You take the dollar, for instance. The dollar went long at 606 on February 16th and is up $1,180. That's on just one contract cash. But for today, on the currencies, February 21, Aussie dollar is up 90, 15 Canadian dollar, Japanese yen 150. So fairly modest. We've got copper is up about 600 some odd dollars. And this $25,000, that's the short Bitcoin. That's the short multi-pack Bitcoin, the 5 coin, and that is a daily position. We had a high water mark of almost some $45,000. There's a difference between trading, between a daily, or what we call an overnight position, that's more or less swing trading, to weekly trading, monthly trading. That type of trading, you're going to certainly have much greater payoffs, but you're also on the other side. It's always a risk equation. You're always going to have a greater drawdown. You're going to have a greater risk, and you have to have much more patience. And I'm a fairly impatient type of guy, and especially when it comes to making money. So we trade intraday. Now it's possible some of our intraday trades could stretch into a day or two, but not generally. So we're trading intraday, and we manage our risk in that way because we're not in the market all the time. And when we are in the market, we're only in the market for very brief periods of time, measured in hours. Although the intraday swing machine, if you notice, the interval says tick, tick, 610 tick, 233 tick. What in the world is that? See, we don't use time because time is relative. And why get stuck in a trade for an hour and get crushed during an hour? So we actually use transactions. That's 610 transactions. Now there could be 1,000 contracts being traded. There could be just individual contracts, but we think that the transactions has much more meaning and much more relevance when we're trading intraday. If this sort of approach to the markets resonates with you, feel free to give me a call, 813-758-8263, 813-758-8263. You can join our private club. You can get access to watch these very signals on each and every day. We're virtually running this almost 24/7. The markets are open all the time. That's a beautiful thing. We also have other aspects of the market that we watch and track, including what we call the options swing machine here, and we can monitor what the sheeple watch, which is the moving averages. Now, the moving averages don't work for trading purposes, but because the sheeple use the moving averages, we like to see what they see, and then we place our option trades generally in the opposite direction. I hate to tell you that. I mean, most people are looking left. When they're all looking left, we're looking right. That's the nature of the software behind Swing Machine, and it's you might say artificial intelligence. Swing Machine doesn't get greedy. It doesn't get fearful. It doesn't get tired. I mean, look at it. Remember that long entry we were just talking about? What was it? It was just a few minutes ago because I only got 10 minutes on YouTube. Look at that. It's up $100. Ain't that pretty cool? Look at the Russell's up now, up 100 or two from where it was, up 1,000. And the YM is, kind of oscillating back and forth. But, we don't come in, these are leverage contracts. I mean, we're not coming in to, I don't want to give anyone that kind of an idea that we're coming in to just try to make $100 or so. We have, the machine will tell us, based on historical volatility, based on current volatility, how much money each market should be paying out on any given day. So that, it's not, we just make sure the electricity stays on, okay? And we just make sure the machine is executing and doing what she needs to do. So for instance, on the NQ intraday, the NQ should be paying out on about 3 or 4 trades, close to about $1,400 a day. So, if the NQ on one trade gets up $600, $700, $800 and starts to show us any selling, as you can see right here, we're not seeing any selling right now. It's long on a 610 transaction. This is a good one to show you. It's strong. It's trending up. And there's all buying there. Now that's on a micro time frame. Now you don't go in on this and hold the thing until next week sometime. We're going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trades between now and then. and we choose when to come into the market and when to come out. Um, or Swing Machine. Swing Machine makes the decision for us, and we just implement that. All right, but I'm limited by YouTube. I only got 10 minutes, so I hope you enjoyed this. And watch out for those stock pimps on the Contrarian News Bubble channel. And like I say, if this resonates for you and you'd like to get away from all that noise, all that nonsense, give us a call. What have you got to lose? We don't come out on, Valentine's Day or on Christmas and say, join for a lifetime and you'll get 40% off. I don't even want that. Join for a month. If after the month you're not happy, you haven't learned, you can stop. But the reality of it is, we don't lose anybody because people have fun, people make money, and we approach the markets in a way that there isn't anybody doing what we're doing. That at least publicly show you. Nobody. I'm Bag of Don, stockmarketcaddy.com.